Coming up on today's Next Fan Up podcast.
I didn't think you were recording then. Are you recording? Did you turn the record button on yet?
Yeah, you did say that, Neil. Pay attention.
No, you know something? I'm watching judo on television here.
I haven't seen Washington's offense in 2 years, so let me know when you find that.
Is it just me, or has Julio Jones had a foot injury since about 2005?
Yeah, he came out of the womb with a sprained ankle. It just cracks me up.
Well, I've been sitting here for an hour and a half listening to you rambling on about Dallas. I mean, that's going to drive anybody crazy, isn't it? Hey, James, I'm not so bad after all, am I?
Dag it, Neil, you're still here?
We're in fine season form, I can sense.
It's 100 years of the NFL, it's 5 years of Next Fan Up, and it's week 1 of the new season. Here we go.
That's how we start! Yeah, baby!
32 SuperFans.
Where do the reports come from? Did you get an initial?
One PodVader.
That's football.
Every angle of the NFL covered.
All that kind of stuff, I get it.
This,
no question about it,
is Next Fan Up.
We're going to unleash hell here in December.
Hello and welcome to another exciting regular season edition of the Next Fan Up podcast. Hey everybody, it's PodVader here. It's the 100th year of the NFL. It is our 5th season of previewing all the games, providing the perspective of all 32 teams from the people who know their team the best, that of the fans. We've got a new format this year, although it's really not that new. It's just we're going to split the show up into multiple pieces. You're going to get just the picks on Thursdays. This week, you get us a day early, thanks to the Thursday night kickoff with the NFL 100. SuperFan Battles will be on Fridays. And again, this particular episode will have one SuperFan Battle featuring the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. And then Saturday morning fantasy football will make its sophomore season return with our buddy Josh at the helm. So we're all about the previews here today, and we're going to do so with these guys whom I have introduced to you as our Thursday regulars and 3/4 of the NFC East. And so we will start across the pond with the man who's not knackered out, as he said, because he took the summer off. It's Neil, our Washington Redskins superfan. Hello, Neil.
Hey, Jay, I signed my tender and I'm back. I'm just, I'm actually glad I'm here to help you out, Jay, because you clearly we've spent the last 13 minutes waiting on Jabroni James and Clown Suit Kevin to get themselves sorted out.
I've been here for 10 minutes.
It's very true. It's very true. James is our Eagles superfan. Hello, James.
Hey, Pod. Hey, guys. Minus Neil. You know, it's surprising that this guy is still alive and around, you know.
Really.
The summer was wonderful, but, you know, other than that, it was a long, tiring, wonderful weekend, and it didn't kill me.
By the way, I think I discovered something not too long ago here, Neil. I don't think you are the oldest superfan. I think Josh, our Lions superfan, is actually older than you.
Well, Jay, he certainly looks like it, but a lot of you Americans look older than me.
And the other guy that you've been hearing is Kevin. He's our Dallas Cowboys superfan. Ezekiel signed before the season started, Kevin. Congratulations.
Zeke signed. Lyle Collins signed. Jalen Smith signed. We're good. We're good to go. As the late, great Christopher Wallace said, we're armed and dangerous. Not too many of you are going to bang with us. That includes the entire division.
Tony Pollard signed.
All those who drafted Tony Pollard in their fantasy drafts now cutting him.
Yeah.
No, he'll still be at least
Is he going to be a fantasy contributor? Come on, Kevin.
Yes, he will. He'll catch at least for this week. Zeke's not going to get a full workload this week, and he's going to be the number 2 back. But he'll get some catches, and he'll fill in here or there 2 or 3 weeks if you need him. I will keep him on your roster.
Well, we certainly will get into that when we break down the Cowboys and the Giants. We're going to break down all the games here. If you want to get involved in the show, send us your comments, your questions at NFU Podcast on Twitter, Facebook.com/NFU Podcast on Facebook. You can always email us, nextfanup@gmail.com. Great way to interact with us if you need more than the minimum or maximum required characters. And hey, tell a friend. we're not giving out any sort of secret fantasy news here. Well, maybe the Saturday morning show is, but this is something to be shared with everyone. So please tell a friend, share us, let them know they can download us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Great places to listen and interact with the show. Before we get into all these matchups, one note here on the NFL 100 season, sort of highlighting what we're about to get ourselves into here for a full, what are we, like 3 months, 4 months? In 2018, there were two teams, the Houston Texans and Chicago Bears, who won their divisions after finishing in last place the year before. 15 of the past 16 seasons, at least one team has managed that particular feat. Since the NFL expanded to 32 teams in 2002, two clubs have gone worst to first en route to a Super Bowl victory, that being the 2009 New Orleans Saints and the 2017
Speak up, Pod. I can't hear you.
Yeah, that team.
I
thought I said it perfectly clear.
No.
History.
I'm pretty sure it came out pretty clear. I'm pretty sure.
No. It really didn't sound like you had a gerbil in your mouth.
Okay, let me try that again. All right, the 2017. It sounded perfect.
No.
We'll be able to announce it more clearly when Wentz gets hurt.
I used the overly open throat and everything there. I thought,
really, Kevin.
I'm sorry. I don't root for it, but like I wouldn't be displeased if it happened.
Since the NFL adopted the 12-team playoff format in 1990, at least 4 teams every season have qualified for the playoffs after failing to do so the year before. 7 teams that missed the postseason in 2017: Baltimore, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, Indy, the Los Angeles Chargers, and Seattle all earned a playoff berth in 2018 after missing in 2017. All right.
I thought you were going to ask us for one team each there. I was desperately searching through, thinking it's going to be Atlanta Falcons, isn't it?
All right.
Were they last in their division last year, the Falcons?
But I don't think they were last, but they missed the playoffs. So
yes, very good.
The Falcons were second in their division last year because of time.
Good job, Neil. Good job.
Buccaneers were last. Panthers were third.
It's a hard call. If anything, I would have to say the Jaguars, just because that division is in total disarray.
Good shout.
With Luck, Mariota's a scrub, and the Texans are, bad offense line. No Lamar Miller, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I just don't see it happening this year. I don't see any team that finished last that has a chance to win their division. The closest for me would be the Browns.
It probably relies on a number of things, doesn't it? Injuries within your division, poor form, 1 or 2 players making breakout seasons, bit of luck here and there. Not of the Andrew kind.
In your division is starting Eric Flowers or not, depends on a lot of things.
All right, so hey,
I seriously doubt Washington will be entering that conversation at any point of the season.
Let's get into it, guys. Let's start breaking down games. We've got the Thursday night kickoff on NBC at 8:20 p.m. It is the Green Bay Packers at the Chicago Bears. Before we discuss it, though, this is a little taste of what you'll get on Fridays. Here's a SuperFan battle between Brian and Tom.
Hello, Green Bay Brian here to kick off the NFL's 100th season with my good friend Chicago Tom. Tom, how you doing?
How you doing, Brian? Doing pretty well, actually. Looking forward to the game Thursday.
Yeah, big time. Waited quite a while to get to where we are, but thank goodness it's almost here.
Yeah, no kidding. It's going to be quite a nice game. I think it'll be enough to keep me up at night.
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow. I should specify we're recording this on Tuesday night. So, yeah, why don't we just jump right in? What are you expecting to see from your NFC North leading Chicago Bears?
Well, of course, this is, when we finally find out what the Bears are made of. They won. They did a good job last year, 13-3, but their history over the past 10, 15 years has been following that up with seasons that maybe aren't so good. I don't think this team is going to be like that, but you never quite know until you see them take the field. So we're really just looking forward to seeing how they perform and whether they can at least come close to the standard that they set last year. Of course, the expectations here are really, really high. The media really loves this team, and you are hard-pressed to find really anything seriously negative about them at all. And that makes them very hard to evaluate because most of our information comes in through the newspapers. So, I guess we've all been waiting around to see what they look like. Offensively, it's going to be more or less the same team as it was last year with one major addition. David Montgomery is a rookie running back, and he replaces Jordan Howard. And that promises to make the running game and the passing game more dynamic. And I think that's what I'm really looking forward to on that side of the ball. We really don't know. We saw him in the first preseason game here, and he did look reasonably good, but then they stopped playing him. They didn't play anybody in the preseason. I mean, we have no idea what these guys are looking like. They didn't show. Not only didn't they show anything, they just didn't play anyone. So there's more than the usual amount of mystery here. But he's the guy I think that everyone's really keeping an eye on as a major addition that might really help out. And, of course, Mitch Trubisky's maturity is the issue as well. He has to take a step forward this year. The offense has to be better because I think it's kind of a given that the defense is bound to take a step back. Having the number of turnovers that they had last year, again, this year, are going to be very difficult. And it's a tougher schedule. They're going to have to be better in the offensive phase, and that really means that Trubisky's got to be better. To my eye, he ended the year as a league average quarterback. That was after progressing all year. And so he's got to step forward again this year and progress to at least a good, if not very good, NFL quarterback for the offense to realize any potential that it might have.
Yeah, I think especially on the David Montgomery front, one of my notes on the Packers defense is, obviously Tariq Cohen always presents a problem, but from what I've seen, David Montgomery looked really, I think dynamic is the right word. And to me, that's a bit concerning because the Packers were horrendous at tackling this preseason. Granted, it was primarily our backups, but still didn't instill a ton of confidence watching us go out there and flail around on defense. We did spend a whole Brinks truck full of money on some high-priced free agents and invested heavily in the draft on strengthening our defense. We really saw very little from our big guns this preseason, and it showed. We really struggled to get home against the opposing quarterbacks. All I have here is a hope that once they're all on the field together against Chicago, that things will be better. Shouldn't be a surprise to you. I've got a pretty low opinion of Trubisky as a passer, but I think if we give him all day, if we can't pressure him or we let him contain, he's going to make life very difficult for Green Bay. In the coverage side, I think we have an opportunity to be a pretty good unit. The receivers in Chicago aren't world beaters by any means, but they should be better than they were last year. I think Allen Robinson will be another year removed from that ACL injury, and Anthony Miller really looks like an ascending player. Hopefully we can match that ascending player with an ascending player of our own in Jair Alexander. He's really played very, very well as a rookie and hoping to see a big jump from year one to year two. I think the other kind of note on the Packers coverage is going to be health. So Kevin King has basically sat out the entire preseason, actually kind of for the better part of his career, honestly, with hamstring issues. He's supposed to be ready for the opener. He's been practicing of late. But then I saw today that Tramon Williams, who is either our slot corner or usually our outside corner if Kevin King is injured, he cropped up on the injury report today, and you never like to see those kind of midweek additions. So I think that could could pose a problem if we, like I said, if we can't get home against Trubisky. And for years and years, we've been susceptible to tight